The time you have with your children ends sooner than you think. Welcome to Hidden Facts Academy. When you're with your children, it can feel like this time will go on forever. But before you know it, they've started building a world of their own. They start elementary school, make friends, and by middle school, they're choosing time with friends over time with you. In high school, the hours you share shrink further. And once they leave home, the ordinary days lived under the same roof. Don't come back. I wish I had been more present. I wish I had put my phone down. I wish I had listened more. These are regrets many parents carry. In this video, we'll look at the patterns common among parents who end up with regrets. Share concrete ways to reduce those regrets within the time you have, and draw on research to explain how the time you spend with your children connects to their future. On this channel, we deliver knowledge like this from the world of trivia and science every time, so that you can come back and review it later. Go ahead and subscribe and turn on notifications right now. Now let's get into the main topic. What parents who regret it have in common. People who look back on their time with their children and wish they had done things differently tend to share certain patterns. The first is being physically present but mentally somewhere else. Your body is with your child, but your mind is on work. You're eating together while scrolling through your phone. Your child is talking to you, and you respond with without really hearing them. This is not about length of time, it's about presence. 2 hours together means little if your attention isn't there. Research has shown that the quality of a parent's focused engagement with their child matters more for child development than the amount of time spent. The second is trying too hard to create special experiences. I should have taken them somewhere better. I should have made more memorable moments. In chasing that, it's easy to miss the small, ordinary time that's right in front of you. But what children tend to remember isn't the big events. It's the unremarkable everyday moments, a conversation in the car, laughing together in the bath, a story told just before sleep. These non-special moments are often what children carry with them as something precious. The third is repeatedly putting off what children want to say. Children talk when something moves them. That timing has nothing to do with when it's convenient for a parent. While dinner is being made, right before you're heading out, at the very end of the day when you're most tired, when the response to those moments keeps being later or I'm busy right now, children gradually absorb the feeling that what they have to say comes second. When children stop bringing things to their parents, adolescence isn't always the only reason. What you can do to avoid regret. So within the time you have, what actually helps? Here are concrete approaches, drawn from research and the experiences of many parents. The first is turning travel time into conversation time. Car rides, walks, train journeys. These moments of transit are ready-made opportunities for conversation that require no preparation at all. What was the best part of your day? Is there anything on your mind lately? If you could do anything tomorrow, what would it be? Short answers are fine. What matters is consistently showing, in the flow of everyday life, that you want to know them. The second is creating 15 minutes a day that belong entirely to your child. Even when longer stretches are hard to find, deliberately setting aside just 15 minutes somewhere in the day. Time where your full attention goes to your child, and nothing else carries more weight than it might seem. This is time led by your child. Play what they want to play. Simply listen to what they want to say. Look together at whatever they want to show you. Phone down, attention fully on them. Research has shown that short periods of complete parental focus have more impact on a child's sense of security than longer periods where attention is divided. The third is making mealtimes a place for conversation. Multiple studies have linked eating together as a family to better academic performance, stronger mental health, and closer family bonds in children, even a few times a week. Everyone at the table, phones put away, can shift the quality of connection. You don't need a special topic. A conversation that starts with, "How was your day?" builds, over time, the feeling in a child that home is a place where they can talk. The fourth is treating the moment your child talks to you as something that matters. Children speak when something moves them. Even if you feel busy, try stopping for just 30 seconds and turning toward them. If you say, "Tell me more later," make sure you actually follow up. These small moments accumulate into the foundation of trust. The sense that this person will listen if I come to them. Families where children still talk to their parents, as teenagers often have exactly this kind of everyday history behind them. The time you spend with your children shapes their future. So far, we've been looking at this from the parent's perspective. how to avoid regret. But it's worth looking at what the research says about the impact on children themselves. A 2024 study spanning 21 countries found that the quality of a child's relationship with their parents has long-term effects on well-being in adulthood. Experiences from childhood can shape a person's emotional state decades later. Multiple studies have also shown that children who develop a secure sense of belonging with their parents tend to have stronger mental health, better social development, and greater motivation to learn. This is not about pressure to be a perfect parent. It is simply the reality that the accumulation of small, everyday moments of connection may influence the long arc of a child's life. You don't need to be fully present every moment. Some days you're exhausted. Some days you have nothing left. Even so, the moments when you do manage to turn your attention toward them, those add up. And they become the place where your child feels safe, engaging with your children without regret. The ordinary days you have with your children quietly come to an end. Parents who end up with regrets tend to be physically present, while their mind is elsewhere, chase after special experiences and keep putting off what their children want to share. Parents who don't tend to turn travel into conversation. Give 15 minutes of complete focus. Make mealtimes a place for words and treat the moments. Their children speak as something worth stopping for. None of these cost money. None require special preparation. Every one of them is something small you can start today. And as they accumulate, they become what lives in a child's memory. The feeling of having been truly seen. If anything from today's video sparked a thought or something you'd like to try, let me know in the comments. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do so here so you don't miss the next video. See you in the next one.